Sport-Psych-Mapping is an interview framework developed at the University of Suffolk, with which performance, sport and exercise psychologists in particular, but also coaches, personal trainers, physiotherapists, managers and so on, can explore the psychological reality of the people they work with. Sport-Psych-Mapping is typically used in one-on-one sessions to examine a person's psychological reality in relation to general issues such as performance, or more specific aspects such as an injury, career transitions, or episodes with poor results. However, Sport-Psych-Mapping can also be used with teams, either as an alternative to individual use or in combination with it. In this video you can see an example of the results of using Sport-Psych-Mapping with a team of athletes. All Sport-Psych maps group the psychological reality of individuals or collectives into three areas. External variables relate to where people are, who they are with and what they do. Biopsychosocial descriptors relate to who people are in general and how they are at certain moments. Psychological skills summarize what people can do and what they actually do to change and adapt, mainly to meet the demands of external variables. The first aspect of a team's map is its external influences. They can be roughly divided into physical environment, social influences, organizational context, as well as task characteristics and competitive factors. Here you can see the U18 basketball team's assessment of the external variables that influence the team performance. Every P next to a variable indicates a player who mentioned the aspects in their individual interview. The C stands for the coach. The color indicates the perceived value for each concept. Red indicates negative significance, and green indicates positive significance. The club and the coaching staff were rated positively, while the training hours and the work of the referees were rated much more negatively. Next, Sport-Psych-Mapping summarizes variables that describe each player and the team as a whole. The information obtained in individual sessions and selected by each player for the team session is inserted in the outer fields. In the center is the information about the team as a whole that results from discussions in a team meeting. For example, we can see that each player has more positive and negative personal descriptors on the outer circle. In the center, we can see that the team rates its social cohesion as very positive, and its unpredictable performance in competition is rather negative. Overall, the majority of the green aspects indicate that the players describe themselves individually, and the team as a collective rather positively. Finally, Sport-Psych-Mapping focuses on psychological skills and self-regulation strategies. The format here is similar to the one just explained with regard to biopsychosocial descriptors. Here too you will find the information that each player has shared about themselves in the individual fields. The center contains the concepts that were discussed in the team meeting. The team have valued the ability to defend one another as very strong, and the ability to be creative as a collective as very poor. Overall, it is noticeable that the players individually and the team as a collective rated their psychological skills as much more negative than their biopsychosocial descriptors. All three sections summarize the external variables that influence the players and the team, the biopsychosocial variables that describe the players individually and the team as a collective, and the psychological skills that players and team have to change and adapt to improve their performance in their sport context. This map is used to get to know the players and the team, and to select possible actions and interventions to support the players and the team from a psychological point of view. By repeating the exercise regularly, individual and collective maps can be compared to see individual and collective development, and the impact of actions and interventions on psychosocial variables. In addition, teams often view Sport-Psych-Mapping as a team-building activity, where one gets to know teammates and the team better in a safe environment. Sport-Psych-Mapping is an innovative tool for professional practice in sport, but it can also be used in other performance contexts, such as education, business, or the performing arts. If you would like to learn more about Sport-Psych-Mapping to incorporate it into your professional skills, sign up for one of our 2-day CPD courses at the University of Suffolk. The courses are offered in English and Spanish.